Hey YouTube, I just thought that I would do a video, a little show and tell video on what I've canned so far. I mean, this isn't everything I've canned, but this came out of the cabinet that when I can a batch of, let's say, pickles, I'll put a couple in the cabinet and store the rest in their case. Because usually I'm doing, 14 at a time. And so 2 of them can go in the cabinet for us to use right away, and the rest can go in the box that they came in. So I had to get these down to to put bands on them because of the fact that we live in an earthquake area. We live in Nevada and we have lots of earthquakes. A couple years ago we were having hundreds of them. So Cat's Cradle and Bear Prepper gave me this idea to put these bands on here to kind of buffer if they were going to be knocking together. It really helps. I also believe in packing them back in the boxes, with some cardboard dividers in between. It works great. So it's just an example of some of it. I don't have all of it. I've either used the first jars already, or so I just thought I'd get this cabinet out and show you an example of what I've got. So, of course, most people can pickles. These are garlic dill. They do have a hot pepper in there, so a little spicy. Let's see. I have, this was kind of an experiment. I watched somebody do this and I thought, I'm going to try it. This is elk meat that was stew meat. And I decided to put that in the jar with some broth and some rice, and I think I used like 3 tablespoons of rice, and cook that down together. It has some enchilada sauce, so it is flavored. Now, that being said, I'm not crazy about the rice. It ends up overcooked and kind of mushes together, but I'd rather eat this than an MRE, so it was a good homemade MRE, not spectacular by any means, but it definitely would fill a void. Let's see, I have chili beans. I decided I like those ranch beans really well you get in the store, and I was really tired of the price going up and up and up, and so I thought, I read the ingredients label and I thought, I think I can duplicate that. So I started making the sauce, and I came pretty darn close with the sauce, and I actually ended up canning the excess sauce. So these beans came out fabulous. There's kind of a funny story though. I was measuring the beans out of a big 25-pound bag, and I'd gotten home late after a long day and started weighing them out. I wanted to weigh out 3 pounds of beans, and it ended up more like 6 pounds that I soaked. So needless to say, I have a lot of chili beans in my cabinet, and they don't cost 75 cents a jar. They were pennies. This is chicken curry. It also stemmed from the idea of kind of having a meal already to go, only I will make the rice separately. So this is cubed up chicken breast that I packed in here raw, but I put some curry paste in there, and so it's already flavored and ready to go over rice, or you could make a chicken curry soup. I love red curry, so I'm not a green curry fan, but I do like the red curry. And this is a jar that we'll eat first of the homemade tomato soup that I made, and I'm excited. This is my first video on my new camera. Let's see, I have Out of Our Garden. This is an Italian version of mixed vegetables. There's zucchini and tomatoes and yellow squash, garlic, onion, just everything you would put in a Italian pasta sauce. And so it's definitely a winner. I love this. I also make this in what I call a Tex-Mex version, so it's got peppers in it as well as other stuff, and it makes the best Spanish rice. So I add this, generally I'll add this when I make pasta sauce of some sort. Back here I have elk chili. Again, we're avid hunters. My husband is a hunter. We both hunt large animal, and he bird hunts. I don't bird hunt, but anyways, this is an elk chili with no beans. It's very spicy, and it's from '09. But I opened stuff the other night from '09. It's fabulous. It tastes like I just took it off the stove. So, and you know, the reason I do this is I'm a label reader. I want to be able to know every ingredient in there, and the list should be something I can pronounce and be happy with putting in front of my family. And this is bacon. This is ends and pieces. I pack this in these smaller half-pint jars, the little jelly jars, because in my house, if I cook bacon or have bacon out ready to eat, I can't rest until it's gone. I absolutely love it. So this way, it's in this small amount. I can use it in omelets, or I can. This is perfect size for a pot of beans, to flavor a pot of beans, or maybe split pea soup. So I like these sizes. The big package of ends and pieces will fill up 9 of these, and they fit perfect in the pressure canner. So I have quite a bit of that. I also like to pack in these little jars pickled jalapenos out of the garden when I have excess, because then we don't have a big huge jar to go through. It's manageable, and those are hot. So I also have plain chicken. We really like this. I quite often will stumble on what should I do, and I can take this out and I can make a quick batch of soup, or I can make shredded chicken tacos really quickly and easily. And when I buy chicken breast, I make sure that it comes from a reputable farm, and I get it on sale, and I'll do it in big batches, because again, I'm watching pennies like everybody else. Here's another elk dish. This one is it's so good. I just love it. It's wild mushrooms and elk. Okay, so it's the basis of stroganoff without the sour cream. So when I open this, I will add sour cream to this, and some more red wine to flavor it, like a burgundy, to flavor it more, because sometimes it'll lose the red wine flavor. But anyway, all I have to do is open this jar, add the sour cream, a little splash of the red wine, and put it over egg noodles, and you've got a fabulous meal right here in the jar, and enough to feed your family. My husband and I, it's way plenty. And then we have salsa, like I made this morning, only it's canned. And I prefer doing large batches at a time. I just figure if I'm going to be busy, I might as well take advantage of that time and just do a bunch. And I have spaghetti sauce. Again, I take advantage of my time. If I can see a window of opportunity to do a large enough batch and have the next day or two, time-wise, to go ahead and can it, I will make enough that I can can up 7 quarts of it minimum. And that's pretty easy to do. I just make a big pot of it, and I have no problems filling the pot to the top. If you give me a small pot, I will fill it. If you give me a big one, I'm gonna fill it. So, and here I have ground turkey. I get the extra lean, 98% fat-free ground turkey, and I cook this up first, and it doesn't get as soft as the ground beef. And I do have ground beef. It makes great sloppy joes. You know, I do a lot of things with it. I haven't found a recipe for the canned meatloaf yet that I really like, so I've promised my dogs that in case of them running out of food, that they can have the meatloaf.